You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 154.
154. I'm Renaissance Ralph this week.
Ooh, I see what you did there. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON, 2 underscores, a letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us. We're back. We're back.
It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you with a lot of a dope pod to step to. Had an impromptu week off.
Right.
You know, things happen. But we never want to shortchange the listeners of OS with the episode. Man, we got content in the tub, but we had stuff we want to talk about in real time.
Real time,
We
man.
ain't want to hit you with no old whammies, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
But Johnny,
what's up, man?
how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I guess before I even get to talking about anything, happy birthday, happy belated, all that good stuff. Hit the applause. My guy, my pal, Raphael, turned 35, man.
And the real name, hey, we going out here.
Yeah.
Right? That's crazy. All right, that's so good.
Not a good my fault. I'll bleep it out. Should I bleep it out in post?
No.
Okay, it's good. It's good.
It's
Nah,
up.
but man, happy birthday, bro. I know you kicked it.
Appreciate you, bro.
Had a chance to turn up with you on Friday. You know, he got me outside. And look, if y'all been listening, y'all know Ralph been outside all summer, and I haven't been. But I made it out. I made it out for Ralph's birthday, man. Hold on, round of applause. Big facts.
Let's go.
Nah, man, it was a good time. Listen, I haven't had a night like that in a long time, so it was dope, man.
It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad I have those quite often. That's kind of bad.
Not necessarily because it's just this summer.
Well,
I mean,
summer.
it's,
Like I'm really winding down now because it's really about to be fall,
Fam, it's
and it's like
August.
Yeah, the year 2022 has gone by very, very, very quickly, actually.
Man.
So, but yeah, man, shout outs to definitely to the wife, to all my family, friends, loved ones, for all the birthday wishes, man. It was a lot. And then, you know, I was in Charlotte the prior weekend, just kicking it with the brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
The whole set was
there. We was down there deep, baby. It was a lot going on. And then to come back home and try to work like the first 2 days. The first 2 days after Charlotte was nasty for me. Like Monday and Tuesday was horrible.
You know what I'm gonna start doing though? Like every time I take a vacation or like I go out of town, you know, to do something to kick it, like I'm taking a day off like when I come back. Because you always, I feel like you need the vacation from the vacation. You need that extra rest day because whatever you got to do around the house, whatever you need to do to reintegrate yourself into life. Because on vacation, when you out of town, none of your regular shit matters.
It took me 2 days to recover.
Come on, man.
And then just to get to Friday and still be in Charlotte mode. Like
it was easy. It was easy to relapse. It was easy to relapse.
So needless to say, OS gang, OS family, kinfolk, man, I'm still struggling right now.
That's so. Listen, I definitely woke up on Saturday like, fam, and you know, I get up early and go teach tennis too. So, yeah,
How did that go?
I was 30 minutes late.
Okay,
at least it was only 30 minutes. But hey, man,
that's what I'm talking about.
Even like when I come on the pod after having a long night or something, like you know, I pushed through it. Like y'all wouldn't be able to tell if I didn't actually say it. They didn't know either. So I talked through it, but bro, Talk about miserable.
I know.
And outside in the heat.
I know.
Come on, man. But yeah, it was lit though.
Hey,
it was lit.
But anything that you wanted to share with the people before we got to off the door?
I'm good, man. I just been busy, man. Like work and the tennis thing and just everything, special projects I got going outside of everything else. Like I stay busy. Like
Gotcha.
The calendar in my phone is like my best friend. Like if it ain't in my calendar, it's not happening. It's not happening. Don't ask me to do nothing the night before. You're an exception clearly for your birthday. Like whatever I gotta do, I gotta plan that joint out. Yeah. Like this weekend, I'm going to C2E2. So
okay,
that's been on my docket for a minute. So no, I'm really excited about that. I'm reprising.
Is this the first one since the world opened back up?
No, so this is the second one. The first one was actually in this past December. They had it in December for 2021. So 2022 is this weekend coming up. I'm going to reprise myself as Miles Morales. Okay, so I got better accessories to my costume now, so I can't wait. I can't wait. It's lit. It's lit. But yeah, man, everything is good, man. I'm just here trying to get with all the moving pieces. It's so much.
Gotcha.
It's so much.
Gotcha. So what we doing off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got one for you.
Let's do it.
Easy. Would you rather question? Life question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been on the? Everybody's the butt of the joke, right? It happens. Right? Some days it's not your day.
Always.
But would you prefer to be the butt of the joke in the group chat or in real life, like in the circle? So,
okay, I'm gonna go real life.
Okay.
And the reason I say real life is because if we out kicking it and the joke goes around, I'm the butt of the joke. It's only for that time that we out.
Okay.
It's only for that time we out. Okay. When we at the function, we kicking it, we drinking. The joke is here. When we go to our respective places afterwards, that's it. In the group chat, that bitch live forever. The group chat live forever. It lives forever. It does. You go back and scroll, screenshot. Yeah. Remember you said?
And that's actually my answer too. I would prefer to be outside, catch the joke, because in the group chat, because you can have that one person that ain't really that funny.
Right. Man, wait.
Like, one GIF, one meme is up. Like I'm like, God damn. Like so.
And I feel like the GIFs make it worse. Yeah. Like if you find the perfect enough GIF for the joke, oh no, that's gonna hit harder than any words.
Or
man, what? Yeah, that's gonna hit. That's definitely gonna hit.
Yeah, so I'd rather be outside to catch the joke than be in the group chat catching the joke, because you catch the group chat joke.
Don't let it happen in real life and then it translates to the group chat. Now that's the worst.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's hilarious. All right, so from off the dome, I don't know if you've seen, but the last couple weeks, there's been this question going around asking people if Gotham City had like a 3-bedroom apartment for $300, would you live there? That's not what I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
So to push further than that, let's just say you do live in Gotham City.
Okay.
Which Batman villain would you be the most scared to encounter while you're just out, like, doing whatever, grocery shopping or whatever?
Like, I'm not gonna be scared of like the big ones they use in the films all the time. Like, they have plans of like global domination. It just starts with the city.
Facts.
So I don't think they really go kill you. It'd be like a nigga like Man Bat or something. Like, I'd like to see something like that in person. Like, hey, yo.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm good.
That's why my answer is Killer Croc. Can you imagine an adult-sized crocodile man standing in front of you? First of all, crocodiles themselves already look scary, right? One shaped like a man, he just walk up on you. He's 8 feet tall.
That's what I was about to say. He's like actually bigger than a normal human.
Man,
right?
what?
That's crazy.
Thank you. And I'm cool. I'll fall out right there. You ain't gotta do nothing, bro. I'm good. You walk right on past me.
I feel like those are the ones that like snap your neck and stuff like that. Like
easy too.
Bane wouldn't kill me unless he had like something to do with it.
Right.
Like
Yep. You just so happen to get kidnapped. Yeah. He may not kill you. He using you as bait. Batman coming. Exactly. He gonna let you go, or he gonna destroy some shit and you could just crawl out to space.
Right. I'm most scared of Batman. He'll fuck you up.
Man, what? Tell me the information. Like, bro, bats.
Relax,
come on, man.
Relax,
my wife at the crib. Why you doing this? Why you doing this? Yeah. But no, that's hilarious. So that's off the dome. Let us know. What villain would you be most terrified to encounter if you lived in Gotham City?
Yeah, and then what would you rather be, the butt and the joke in the group chat or butt and joke in real life? Let us know. OS Gang, family, kinfolk, what's happening? We back. News docket full of stuff. Let's get straight to it. We got to give our condolences. Rest in peace to the one and only Bill Russell, who died today, actually at the age of 88 years old. NBA legend, civil rights icon, 11-time NBA champion. Johnny.
Yes.
What do you have for this?
I just want to say rest in peace to Bill Russell. Excuse me. Condolences to his family.
Yep.
As this has just happened today, like, let's try to give, the family their time to grieve, to do whatever planning they need to do for his services and things like that. But I know he's just going to have just an outpouring of love within the next few weeks. So, I mean, it's sad to see him go. Lived a full life. Did they? Yeah. I didn't see. Did they say what it was?
No. Actually, because it happened today, I don't think the cause of death is actually out there from the news reports that I've been seeing.
Okay, got you. Oh, well, quickly reading through this, it says Russell died peacefully with his wife Janine at his side. So I don't know if that was in his sleep.
He's 88. Respectfully.
Yeah. So, again, man, condolences. It's crazy, man. It's always interesting when it's like it happens so randomly. Like, there are a lot of people, especially with Bill Russell being 88, he's not in the news a lot, so we don't really know what's going on in his life. So when things like this happens, it really just catches us off guard,
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to really react, especially in the moment when you first get the news. So again, I just want to say rest in peace to Bill Russell.
Yeah, especially everything that he's encountered in his lifetime, being a part of a great dynasty in the NBA, and just being in Boston in the 60s, like all the things he had to deal with. And you heard the stories. He's actually talked about them, but he's actually continued to be uplifted by the NBA, like the continued generations of the NBA. Like, they always talk about him. The finals MVP is named after him. He's there at every finals giving the trophy to said player. So the NBA community at large definitely respects him, but definitely just the world at large, like all the things that he's given us just through a sport, but he used his platform. Mm-hmm. One of the people that I don't think he's talked about enough, but he is talked about, because you always hear Muhammad Ali and things like that. But Bill was there too, respectfully doing his thing. I don't think he was just as loud as Ali. And then the heavyweight championship and then basketball hold two different weights. When you're talking about sports.
This is true, especially back then when Bill Russell was dominating. Boxing was different. I mean, I feel like the gap between the two may be a little bit closer now, but it's still back then it was nah.
When you're the heavyweight champion of the world, you're literally king of the world.
No, that's facts. So yeah, man. Again, I just want to say rest in peace to Bill Russell, man. Condolences to his family, man.
Yeah, man. Speaking of some other sad news, let's try this one. What would it be if Beyonce dropped the album and there wasn't some type of controversy out there? Something happened.
Oh,
there's never a clean drop for this woman, right? First of all, the album leaked 2 days early. Something else. So the album Renaissance comes out Friday, July 29th. Mm-hmm. But Kelis has hit social media to voice her displeasure with a sample that was cleared for the album. However, she's discussing with Beyonce and the Neptunes for not calling her to acknowledge the sample. Like, it was kind of weird. Trying to put this into words is hard.
It's weird. It almost sounds like Kelis was upset that they didn't call her to say, hey, I got this song. I'm gonna sample it. I just wanted you to know. Mm-hmm. Now. So I've been trying to look into this story, and I'm trying to understand from Kelis's perspective. Mm-hmm. Kelis, again, she got hits. It was one time she was almost running like the pop. Like, she had some mega singles, right? Cool. This was 20 plus years ago. Not saying that she, I don't know if she's still making music now, but I'm trying to figure out why Beyonce would need to contact Kelis directly to sample her music when she doesn't technically own the music that's being sampled.
We get into these conversations all the time, right? Nuance, baby.
Man.
about music ownership and things of that nature. We talk about the songwriting, we talk about production. Yep. We talk about all that stuff here at OS. We appreciate you guys, right?
Thanks.
So I was listening to Kelis. I'm like, oh, she has points. And then when you start hearing the facts, I'm like, oh, she's delusional. Like, just a little bit. I'm not saying she doesn't have the right to feel just slighted.
Yeah.
Because all this, I imagine, brings up hurt memories. Like
Yeah.
I imagine that does, right? This is just like pouring salt into a wound that never really closed.
Right.
So that's what I was getting from this. I didn't think Beyonce deserved the slander from her in that way. And I'm not saying that Kelis can't speak on Beyonce. And I'm not saying no one can speak on her. That's not what I'm getting at. But like she said, theft. That is a strong term.
It is.
That
it is.
like when you saying somebody stole something, hey, yo, that's not stealing.
Yeah. And see, I think Kelis's anger is being misdirected at Beyonce because Beyonce is Beyonce and she's the one that has the album coming out, right?
Well, respectfully, right? Back in 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, you can say that Kelis was really Beyonce's like peer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100. Oh, yes. 100%.
Like peer.
Agreed.
Right? But Beyonce continued to make music that just hit on a mainstream level to where Beyonce became Beyonce. But it's not far-fetched to say Ashanti, Keisha Cole, like all the R&B girls and pop girls at that time were Beyonce's contemporaries.
Yes.
That's not hard to say.
Yes.
Like, we're not going to have revisionist history in that point, but Beyonce just kept making moves that made her her. That's all it is.
I agree. Now,
So I'm not saying it's jealousy, but it does look a little,
a
little nasty.
I wonder if way back when Kelis and Beyonce maybe, at one point had some type of friendship or relationship where
I can believe it.
where they was cool.
Yeah, I can believe this.
So to your point of jealousy, right? Maybe that's playing a little part here because
I'm not saying she's like, I don't want to say like, oh, she fools on hates Beyonce.
oh yeah, no, I ain't saying that.
A little
but-
bit of, I think there's a little resentment in there.
And from what I heard, the sample that was used, you can't even really tell the sample in the song.
Point. Okay, now in Kelis's rant, I watched both of them. Right, she stated that Pharrell and Chad put their names as songwriting credits on there when they don't write lyrics. Okay, I get that, and you still tight at them about your masters and things like that.
Right.
But one thing we do know, Pharrell and Chad, they make beats.
Oh yeah,
So
super producers.
when it comes to actually listening to the song Energy, the song that sampled, there are no Kelis vocals on here.
Oh,
so
okay. And I was
what
about to ask that too.
exactly was sampled? The beat that was made by who? The Neptunes.
Got you.
So really,
What we doing?
I'm trying to make it
What
make
we
sense.
doing? And see, I was gonna ask because I did listen to the album, but in listening to the song Energy, I'm not thinking about Kelis and all this shit. I'm just listening to the music. So I was gonna ask if you knew if any of Kelis's lyrics were actually sampled, but from what you're telling me, no. Like there are no lyrics. It's only production. So, I mean, what we really doing?
And then the music business is already nasty, and I guess I don't know. She felt that she was owed a call from Beyonce because Beyonce says one thing and then she does another. I don't know. Business and ethics never match. We always talk about this.
Yes,
You don't get to be Beyonce. You don't get to be Jay-Z. You don't get to be none of these people that are A-list superstars by just intertwining ethics
yeah.
into your business. Like I never understood that.
And I mean,
And I don't know if it was ethical because she technically didn't steal. If you called the people that own it,
if you cleared who you needed to clear with, we good.
Exactly.
And all of that is legal. Like,
and is that and that's the part that I was trying to get at. I was like, that's not. I don't think that's unethical.
I don't. It's not.
not.
It's not unethical.
And like people had talked about the Robin S sample in "Break My Soul." Robin S took it as a moment to as gratitude. Not saying you just have to bow down and say, Beyonce is this and Beyonce is that, but you have a current artist, one of the biggest artists in the world, sampling your music, which everybody's going to hear, and everybody's going to be like, hey, look, you know what? Let me go listen to the original too. That only helps you.
Right. I would really like to understand Kelis's point in going after Beyonce like this.
Hey man, when heavy is the head that wears the crown. I think it could have been anybody, honestly. I'll say this. If Rihanna did this, I don't think Kelis would have been as tight. It's Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like people have a little South Zone for Beyonce, a little salt bay for that. You know what I'm saying?
A little salt bay.
Yeah.
But I mean, she is the artist right now. Like
The biggest artist in the world, clearly.
she's the person. So yeah, of course. Like if I feel like somebody is using my music, my lyrics, my whatever, without calling me, I guess I could understand that. But again, without actually owning any of that stuff, the production, I guess the masters or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel like you could be upset. I just don't feel like you could be upset because Beyonce went through the proper channels to do what she needed to do to get the thing cleared. Like what
Her problem
really know us around
is
it.
with the Neptunes. That's all I got from this.
I agree.
The
It's
biggest
like
issue.
her anger is misdirected. Her anger is misdirected. It's unfortunate, but
Very
it
unfortunate.
is what it is.
Definitely. Speaking of it is what it is, man. First the Fat Boys break up, now this, man. Desus&Mero have announced their split. The Bodega Boys are no longer a thing. Johnny, what do you think about the once internet famed, timeline stalwarts splitting up?
I'm gonna be honest. It's hurt. This was Lois the Keys.
Lois the Keys.
Like this was just as bad, if not worse, than like Joe, Maul, and Rory. Like no, like real talk. And for me personally, the reason I say that, I didn't really get into the Bodega Boys podcast. I mean, I listened to an episode here and there, but I was really tuning into them when they got to Vice and like watching all of their internet content. Mm-hmm. So the move from Vice to Showtime is like, oh no, that's fire. That's
Major.
huge, right?
Major.
So like I followed them throughout that whole process, right?
Yeah.
And I genuinely mess with them. Like they New York dudes, they do their thing.
Yeah.
Somebody, that I kind of look to in the podcast content thing, right?
Yeah.
So to see them just abruptly break up, even though I'm almost certain like things have been going on behind the scenes for a while. I mean, we didn't know that, but I imagine because you're not just gonna up and stop just like that. You're not just gonna walk off your Showtime show. Like that's nuts.
Well, we've seen other people, like Dave Chappelle walk away from 50 mil at the point in time. Now those are two different lines of work, but still it's kind of in the same vein, though, right?
Right.
The height of your power is you say, you know what, fuck this,
Man. It's
and now like I'm echoing everything you just said, right? It kind of pains me, even though I wasn't like 100% in on everything that they did, but I did fuck with them in a way. I kind of actually looked up to them because like they started from the timeline.
Yes.
To get TV show contracts, and they never sacrificed being themselves.
Never.
The only thing they might have started putting on makeup. Hey yo, like you know what I'm saying? That's TV stuff.
That's
though.
Showtime shit.
That's Showtime
Yeah.
TV stuff. Like, but for them to be on Viceland, to do the things that they were doing, to still, they became way more polished. Obviously, when they got on TV, and then Showtime, and then like they matriculated into pop culture. So even if this is the finite ending, great run.
Oh,
Great run, like
tremendous
run. Like everything doesn't last forever, and it's in a space where new podcasters pop up every day. B. So I'm not sure where the breakup was, and I don't think they'll ever get to that. I'm not sure.
We're gonna go.
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
Right
Okay,
yeah.
we'll talk to it. Talk to me.
So from slight research, different outlets. What I heard was, so in their meetings with Showtime, so Desus&Mero, they have meetings with, I guess, Showtime execs, to talk about the show, where the show's going, things like that. Their manager, Desus&Mero's manager, so they shared a manager, right?
Okay.
Would also attend these Zoom meetings. But the Showtime execs were saying they didn't want the manager in the meetings because, he was being irate and, basically being extra in the meetings.
Damn
they
shit.
didn't like that. They didn't like that, right? Desus&Mero, they had different perspectives on if the manager should or should not be in the meetings. Desus was like, hey, executives don't want him here. Like, he doesn't necessarily have to be here. It's me and you show. It's our show, right? But Mero was like, no, forget that. The manager has been down with us forever. Like, why can't he just, be in the meetings? And that's where everything stemmed from.
Nah, I think it's deeper than rap.
You think it's deep? You think it's deeper than rap?
You telling me they broke up because of manager? Like the empire falls over a manager.
Hey.
Nah,
Hey man.
you know how it is. Like it's unrooted issues that you never really discussed, and the manager may have been the final straw. But I don't believe.
That's what I was about to say.
I don't believe a manager being kicked out of one meeting breaks up the empire. Breaks up the empire. No,
it might not have been one meeting, but
that's the final straw.
Got you.
I'm not rolling with that.
You're not rolling with that?
Nah. I mean, that's cool if that happened, but that still sounds wild. Because if I'm making millions, hey, I think me and you can agree to disagree if this one person could be in the room. And then if not, we can figure that shit out later. But let's not cancel the bag because of that.
No, I feel you.
That ain't registering me. And they came, like, I ain't saying we like, they're from New York, we're from East St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we kind of see the same point of view on money. Like I'm saying, I ain't saying they.
Okay, but I guess the difference today between them and us.
Yeah, they've been
getting the money though for a minute. So, and with them splitting, that don't mean the money stopping for them. Like both of them got their own, their own joints. I think they wrote a book together. They both write. They both do things.
Well,
so
they do things, but the thing is, the bread and butter was always them being together.
Yeah,
and we never looked at them as individuals.
Damn.
It's Desus&Mero.
Yeah,
kid and play. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like nobody's listening to a kid and play. Nobody's listening to a kid album
or play album.
Right.
You don't even sound right. Just play. Like,
put that play on.
Right. Put that kid.
Nah,
That's
nasty.
That's nasty.
but I mean, respectfully, like nobody's tuning in for the individuals of this said duo.
Yeah. Damn. That's crazy.
Because the energy was both of them together.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not saying that they can't still go off in the industry and make their moves and, I can get my money over here, do my money over here. But if you're talking about like the content game, it has to be them together or nothing.
And they definitely gave us some priceless content. Did you see the one time they was on Jimmy Fallon? They was playing not charade. What's the name of the game? Where you had to act out something or try to get them to guess. Mm-hmm. Did you see the Taylor Swift clip?
Yeah, who has a long back?
Yeah. Oh my God, I watched that. I watched that shit live.
Taylor Swift.
That shit was so funny, bro. That shit was so funny. Then the whole beef with DJ Envy, like they gave us so much content, man. Mm-hmm. So I'm sad. I'm sad to see them
the
go.
GIFs and everything.
Yeah, man.
Like, salute to the gods, Desus&Mero, man.
Thanks.
We appreciate everything that you've done, just in the podcasting space, just to show us that it's possible.
Yeah, man. So shout out to them.
Let's talk about something in the music business, though. Again, French Montana on a recent interview with DJ Academics came out and said that oh, I lost the count.
No, that's okay. No, I know, we getting it back.
It really happens, right? Yeah. Like in a recent interview with DJ Academics, French Montana says their record companies take out insurance policies on rappers. Johnny, what do you think about this?
Man. So I watched this clip. And I think I can understand this situation from both the artist and the label perspective, right? Mm-hmm. From an artist perspective, I signed to a label. They give me advance, whatever. They do whatever they do to get my music out, all that stuff, marketing, all that stuff, right? To find out that a label has taken an insurance policy out on me. Mm-hmm. Maybe they told me, maybe they didn't. That doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. That's wild. Like, what are you trying to say about me as a person if you take an insurance policy out on me? Mm-hmm. Like, are you not invested in what I'm doing? Or you sign me, maybe I don't have that long of a life expectancy. You don't what is it that makes you want to take an insurance policy out on me as a person? Mm-hmm. Because you benefit from that. Nobody I know will benefit from that. None of that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So I get that because that's wild.
Mm-hmm. There's two sides to this, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's always a negative connotation that rappers are engaged to beefs and things like that, and they're going to die young. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's look at the other side. It's just business, right? It's just business. Hey, they got life insurance on you at your 9 to 5. Trust me. You die, they got a policy on your head, my boy.
And they're going to replace you like that.
It happens, right? So, but when you look at the music business, it's always been nasty. So I would say this. I wouldn't wholeheartedly be offended by this if they did this to every artist that they signed. Mm-hmm. Not just the rappers. Now, if If you sign little pop star Justin Bieber or, you know, whatever the equivalent to that is, and he has a life insurance policy in his contract, what the fuck do I got to say?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the thing is, I know that they're investing a lot of money, time, and energy into you.
Yep.
And if you don't fulfill the contract, that's just it. But I know that it's nasty work when you say rapper and life insurance policy because, you know, it's so many negative connotations with that. From one, you know, we just don't get life insurance. That's one. Two, we involve ourselves in things that may become fatal.
Yes.
That's another point. Like, I just see both sides to it. That's all.
But let me ask you, is it really wild for a company, a record label to take out life insurance policies on specific rappers, knowing the type of life that they live? Because, yeah, Lil such and such, I know he's going to make me a lot of money, right? So I sign him. But I see the type of trajectory he's on outside of music. So I'm protecting myself because my asset can also turn out to be a liability. And it's a greater chance of that because of such and such.
I just say this, it's nasty if they do it on particular artists. Like, that's all. If they do it for everybody, I got nothing to say.
But I guess what I'm asking is it really nasty knowing that Lil such and such has a greater possibility than Justin Bieber to be in that type of situation?
Yeah, I don't know if we should use Justin in here because he's been out here. He's been out here running with the goons too. But, no, just
Adele or R&B singer or whoever.
Listen, man, anything can happen at any time. But it's just like, I don't know. I really don't. I hate siding with the damn record label. Trust me, I'm not that person. But just to sit here and say that, like, 9-to-5s do this all the time, so that's why I'm not taken aback by a record company doing it when they put way more to them than they doing to us, and they got money on our heads. Like, that's crazy.
The issue you have with it is that it's targeting specific artists.
If that's to be true, but this is the first I'm hearing of it, but it doesn't shock me as nasty as the music industry has been.
True. Oh, fact. Facts.
And then, like, I'm gonna just use Pop Smoke, right? Pop was getting ready to be a bigger artist than what he already was, right? And he gets killed in an Airbnb by somebody that tried to rob him. Was he necessarily living that life? I'm not sure. I wasn't there. I wasn't around.
Right.
But that's the image that was put out there. So for whatever company that signed Pop Smoke, they took a loss. Like, all them posthumous albums don't mean shit. That wasn't finished music. Like, you could put all the Kanye, whoever they was finding to put on them songs. It don't matter.
Yeah.
That's not a legit Pop Smoke album.
It's true. And
Pop is not here to at least recoup the money, like touring and stuff like that, because they was gonna get his money. That's why it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see my struggle with this?
No, I got you.
I'm not trying to. I'm never big business. I just see it.
Right. I get it.
I get it. I see it though.
And to be honest with you, in this particular situation, I'm not necessarily mad at the labels for doing that. I'm not, because I get it.
Well, this is the thing. They have other precautions to recoup and get their money back any other time. So if an untimely death comes and I took out a $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 policy, that's just a nasty part of signing to labels. Amen. And maybe this is just something that they're talking about now. I don't think this is a new industry practice. This is just something that maybe they've been talking about, though.
Wait, you don't think they're actually doing it now? Or
no, I'm just saying, I don't think this is new. Like, I think, I'm not saying when it started. And then French was signed to Puff. So did Puff put out I'm just saying, Puff out here going to Northwest Mutual and shit. Like, I'm just trying to make sure.
Damn. We are farmers. Yeah. I don't know. If he didn't, I bet you we start doing it now. Depending on the type of artist he's on. I wouldn't take one out on French Montana. He ain't even. That's not the type of music.
No, he does.
Oh, he does? Oh, shit. Listen, I don't know.
He does.
He does?
He does.
I didn't see. I don't know that.
He
I don't
does.
know that. Well, maybe I will take one out.
But French ain't. I think French has been removed from that. But no, French, you Coke boys, man. You out here, man.
I wonder what and I guess we can move on from this, but I wonder if there's like a formula for the type of artist. Like, is it a specific age range and content? Because like you just said with French Montana, right? He at one point he was a part of that light, but French is older now. He's out of that. Yeah. So would you do that on a French Montana today?
Nah, I wouldn't. But who's this? But who makes that? Like, hey, look, is it like a standard rap contract at Capitol Records that says, hey, you know, this part of your contract, this life insurance policy, just in case you get clipped?
So I'm almost certain the lawyers they have or whatever, they have like a standard written clause. So if they say, look, put that clause in there for little such and such, but we're not gonna do it for the new R&B act we got, so they can just copy and paste, put that mug in.
I know it's nasty. Yeah. It's nasty, but business is nasty.
Business is super nasty. And all y'all screaming y'all want to be entrepreneurs. I don't think y'all really want that. That's all I got for it.
Like I said in the previous segment about Beyonce and Kelis, business and ethics don't mix.
They don't.
They don't.
How you think all these people become billionaires? You think Jeff Bezos became a billionaire like being ethical? You don't think it's a bunch of shady shit going on at Amazon and all that shit?
Oh, right now. That's another story, though.
Yeah. Whole nother story for another day. But anyway.
We're here now.
Yeah.
We're here now.
What we got next?
Oh, man. The creme de la creme. The top of the top. While we were gone at San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel dropped a bomb. DC dropped a missile. But Marvel dropped a bomb. All Phase 5, all Phase 6 stuff. Well, mostly Phase 5, a little sprinkles Phase 6. We'll talk as much as we possibly can about all this stuff. A lot of properties, a lot of trailers, a lot of footage, a lot of still shots, a lot of things have been dropped. MCU Phase 5 is definitely on the way, but we have to start here because we ended our last recording with this. The Wakanda Forever teaser trailer has finally dropped. Johnny, what do you think about the new images from Wakanda Forever?
Before I even get to that, when we last left off, we were arguing about does it matter that Daniel Kaluuya is not in Black Panther? I was on the side that it didn't matter. He was on the side that it does matter that he's not in it. With seeing the teaser trailer for Wakanda Forever, has that changed your mind at all?
No. Okay. Because the teaser trailer only tells us your emotional heartstrings about Chadwick not being in it. We haven't seen the film yet.
Oh, big fan. Of course.
And the one thing Marvel does with these trailers, it looks really good. The movie still got to come out. So no, I'm not on the fence.
It didn't move anything.
I know it moved me, but I'm not sitting here and saying like, oh, the film is going to be amazing. No, the film got to come out. And if a void is missing acting wise, we'll talk about it in November.
Oh, of course.
But
100%.
I'm not, like I said, it doesn't, like you said, it's an ensemble cast. Now we're getting back to that. Your point was saying that it's not going to be missed. Okay, but it's an ensemble cast. He still could have been written in it if he wanted to. That's my point.
No, I got you. I'm just saying because he's not written into it, I don't think it matters. Like, of course he could have been, but
look,
but hey,
they did a lot with that trailer. But all right, go.
Yeah, we ain't got to rehash
you
that.
You started it, and you got me.
I was only asking if seeing the trailer changed your mind.
What do you think about the trailer before you get started, Johnny? You try to be funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. Anyway, first of all, I watched the first time I saw the trailer. I watched it back to back like 3 times. Right?
Okay.
It's not until I started watching other people's reaction to the trailer that I started to get emotional.
Oh, okay.
So I went into the trailer like, oh my God, they're finally showing us footage from Wakanda Forever. So I'm looking at all the little details, and for such a short trailer, a teaser trailer, I feel like they put so much in it. Seeing Shuri crying, seeing Riri Williams, who's going to be Ironheart, actually getting a glimpse of Namor, the Submariner, seeing Wakanda, seeing the funeral procession that they're going to have for T'Challa. Like, seeing all of that was amazing to me. Now, again, like Ralph said already, it's a teaser trailer. Marvel does a lot of pump faking. Some of that imaging may not even be in the movie. We don't know that. Oh, even seeing Wakanda being flooded, like, that was nuts to me. Shit looks amazing. I hope they win another. I'm about to say Grammy. I hope they win another Oscar for costume design because they got one for the first one. Yeah. Because the shit looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I I wasn't necessarily like, of course, I was going to see Wakanda Forever, but I wasn't overly hype and excited for it because of Phase 4's traction already.
Yeah.
But after seeing the teaser, I think I'm a little bit more hype now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here. Like, I mean, not to sit here and say that trailer wasn't amazing because it was. Like, I mean, it's a Marvel trailer. They do this very well. But I knew that they was tug at emotional heartstrings with the whole Chadwick Boseman thing, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
I'm just Phase 4 track listing like that. I mean, track record is making me feel like this. So that's why I'm so gun ho on other points. Like, this film has to do something.
No, I feel you. Now, also after watching this trailer, I'm going to tell you what I hope this movie is not.
Okay.
I understand that we're going to have the emotional attachment because Chadwick Boseman is not in it.
Yep.
But I hope this movie does not use the entire movie to mourn Chadwick. Like we saw we're getting like a funeral scene. We're going to find out how T'Challa the character actually died. So that's why we'll have the funeral scene and all that good stuff. Cool. I'm cool with that. That has to happen, right? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Beautiful. I hope that's it though. I hope we don't take the entire movie, mourning Chadwick, because there are a lot of stories to be told in this movie. A lot of stories. And I feel like that's going to dilute the product if we're taking the entire movie to honor Chadwick. That's what I hope the movie is not. That's all I got right now. That's all I got.
I don't want to slander it because I have nothing.
Yeah.
I have nothing. It's cool.
It's cool.
But no, one thing I wanted to acknowledge is like the representation for Namor. Like, I've seen a lot of people of Latin descent say that this is big for them. Mm-hmm. Seeing Namor depicted on screen, the imagery, the dressings and things that he had on. So, I mean, just as much as, a lot of us want to tap into our African heritage because of Black Panther, it adds another layer into this for, our brown brothers and sisters. So,
word.
Dope.
I appreciate you bringing it up. Now, another thing I've seen people say. So, remember when the first Black Panther came out, people was going to the movies in their best African attire, dress, and things like that. What I heard, the rumblings I've seen on Twitter, is that when Wakanda Forever comes out, at least that first weekend, everybody's going to the movie wearing white. Okay. You gonna do it? You doing it? You doing it?
All white after Labor Day? Crazy. That's crazy.
I'm just asking. You gonna do it?
No.
100%.
No, absolutely.
It's gonna
not.
be cold too. No,
absolutely not. No, I mean, like I said, it's heightened what was already kind of like a down moment for me, Marvel content wise, because even with me and you talked about Ms. Marvel, I was just like, all right, whatever. I haven't finished.
I was just finna ask if you finished it.
Nah,
I thoroughly enjoyed it actually. I thought it was good.
Man,
I thought Ms. Marvel was good. It was. I
didn't say it was trash. It's just,
I feel like it was a little Spider-Man-esque, and what I mean by that,
that's why I couldn't get with it.
Oh damn!
I kept seeing. I was like, oh, she's a brown Peter Parker. I get it now. Like, it's like, but I know that comic book characters lean, heavily on each other. Yeah. But if you're giving me like, it feels like regurgitated content, it was hard for me to just stick with it because I felt like I've seen this before. I've seen this story before.
I see what you.
So that's why I was just like, I'm watching it. Then I was like, I can play a game. I'm doing other things.
So do you?
And that's not to say the content wasn't good, the imagery wasn't good, the graphics, all that stuff was great to look at, but it's just like the story didn't do enough for me. I'm like, I seen all this. Like, okay, the nerdy friend that she doesn't like, but that's really should be her true love. She's looking over him when I'm like, okay, I've seen this before. Like, she's very nerdy, and then she got her spice in the first episode. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I've seen this before. Like, I've seen this before. And there's nothing wrong with seeing it before, but I just, I needed something else. And I don't know. It was like that first episode was so fun.
It wasn't though?
It was so fun. Episode 2, like, okay.
Episode 2 wherever you at now.
Man, what? I stopped at 4. Like, I was like, shit. I need to finish this. Like, that's why we didn't know. I was about to say now, OS Gang, family, kinfolk. if you was looking for a Miss Marvel review from OS, it's my fault.
This why.
I tried. I was trying.
So you don't plan on finishing? If you don't, it's okay. I'm just asking.
No,
because I wanna.
Do I need to?
I guess not. Goddamn. But since you're not, I want to tell you what happens in like the very last scene.
Go ahead.
Basically, Marvel confirmed that mutants are in the MCU. Okay. So the nerdy friend basically told Kamala Khan that her powers come from a mutation in her DNA. And when he actually said that, they played the X-Men 97 like theme song a little bit. Yeah. So okay. So now we have spoiler alert. But now we have confirmation of mutants in the MCU, which I thought was dope. So anyway. So no, you don't have to watch it now. Okay. You don't have to finish it now.
I appreciate that.
That's so
funny. So much other MCU content was announced. We definitely. I mean, I'm gonna jump forward, then we can jump back.
Okay.
But the 2 Avengers movies in 1 year is nasty. I mean, in a good way. That's nasty.
I don't know.
You want a year off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I'm mad that they gave us the titles already.
What? Really? Why?
Well, we know Kane finna be that dude, but just don't say it. leave a surprise, man. Like, Kane Dynasty. Oh, so he wins in the first film. I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, because I didn't even.
Yeah. Like I saw that.
But we don't know that though.
Come on now.
We don't.
Come on now.
Okay.
Come on now.
I
just went down the formula road.
That's
went down the formula.
You did, but maybe they're gonna switch it up in Phase 6. I don't know. I don't know. Now, is that an option? 100%. Is that the option? Most likely. But let's talk to me. Let's just talk it out. Yeah. Now, from what I'm saying is, we already know that there are going to be Kang variants throughout the multiverse, right? What I think the Kangs are going to be fighting each other, and then in Secret Wars, the Kang that remains is going to create the Secret Wars between the multiverses. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying that's what I think. I'm just talking. Yeah.
But still, Kane wins though, right? No.
Against himself. Goddamn. Damn. That's so.
Well, let me ask you this.
That's hilarious.
Outside of like the biggest, like, obviously like the big Avengers films, what are you probably looking forward to the most?
Honestly, I think two. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to the Fantastic Four, which is supposed to kick off Phase 6. Mm-hmm. So the 3 movies we got in Phase 6 so far, Fantastic Four, and then the 2 Avengers movies, right? But the second movie is Blade. I was not expecting Blade to come so soon. I didn't think Blade was coming in Phase 5. And it's coming out November 3rd of 2023, right? Sure. Mm-hmm. I know your gripes against Mahershala Ali playing Blade. I got you. But I literally was not expecting this movie to come out in Phase 4. I really wasn't.
I have a big, my issue with... I mean, like, I'm gonna exclude the actor, the ageism thing.
Gotcha.
I just don't see how vampires are gonna work into this version of the MCU.
I don't either.
Because the first Blade is always gonna be here. Mm-hmm. I don't care what nobody like. Johnny, it's hard to let go of that because that's a classic film. That's a classic vampire super. I didn't know it was a superhero, but a vampire film. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
so the imagery that New Line Cinema brought to that is not coming to the MCU, and I'm sorry, that's breaking my heart. And it's like I want to give this a chance. Yeah, I do.
You're going to give it a chance.
I have no choice because when the trailer's gonna come out, it's gonna Wakanda forever me, and then I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I'm ready. And then get in the film, I'm like,
I don't do it. We're not putting that energy in the universe, man. We not doing it.
Not for the black kids.
Nope. I bet you they don't come out dressed like Blade for that. I bet you they don't come out dressed like Captain America for the new Captain America movie.
Dressing like the Matrix with Blade.
I don't even own a leather coat. I'm cool.
Hey, that's crazy.
That's hilarious.
That's wild. Though.
So those are the 2 movies I'm looking forward to. What movies are you looking forward to in Phases 5 and 6?
Honestly, the Thunderbolts, because it seems so. It's like the MCU version to the Suicide Squad. Yeah, and I love those characters. They've been built up properly already in front of our eyes. Yep. So if I'm getting Zemo, U.S. agent,
what's my girl from Scarlet Witch from Black Widow? I know I can't think of her name either.
Yelena.
Yelena.
Yeah, Yelena.
Yeah, so her too.
So it's like, and then they're gonna properly build out that team, and then when they get their team up film, we'll be like, oh, something that I can rock with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm only curious about what exactly they're going to be doing. Like, who's going to be their villain? They're the villains. Like, who? I don't know. So
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by that.
Like, respectfully, I don't care about Ant-Man. Quantumania, like, I don't. Like,
Really?
Only because Kang's in it. I don't give a damn about them niggas coming back. Because the second film was so lackluster. Ant-Man and the Wasp was like high grade, mid.
Nah,
exactly,
I
right?
feel you. You know what I'm least looking forward to? Goddamn it, Loki season 2. And I feel like that's gonna play a major role in like the next 2 phases because like the old multiverse.
And you notice we ain't talked about Captain America for real. Like I know you mentioned.
I mentioned it, but
yeah.
I mean I'm gonna be in there watching, but fam,
Now,
I don't know. I don't think Anthony Mackie can.
Damn it.
Cover. I don't think he can lead a film like that by himself. Like Bucky gonna have to be in it. Somebody else gonna have to be in this with him. Like sorry, Anthony, but yeah. Now,
and he's a phenomenal actor, but if you're talking about like superhero film, like the
man's been the sidekick the whole time.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. These Avenger teams finna be like real.
Oh, they finna get their
trash. Like it hit different when it was Iron Man.
Iron
and Cap.
Man, yeah.
It hit different with them too.
The normal Thor, not depressed Thor. Like I know, I'm sorry, but it's true.
Real quick, man. Daredevil 18 episodes. What's up?
And that's where I was getting to next.
Okay.
So this is my most anticipated TV show,
Okay.
Marvel show coming out, right?
18 episodes.
First of all, I'm happy. I'm happy Daredevil is back. I'm happy Charlie Cox is back. We did get the cameo in the Spider-Man joint, so I'm thoroughly happy. The track record of these Marvel TV shows does not make me excited that Daredevil is getting 18.
Listen, that's more than what he got on Netflix. And those shows are amazing. Those seasons are amazing.
That's a great point because those were only 13.
My point exactly.
Also, with that, does that mean these episodes are going to be shorter? Because
I'm trying to figure out
so much.
when we hold on. This it's a lot. It's a lot to dissect here, right?
Right.
This is his 4th season.
Yes.
Technically,
yeah.
What story are you going to give us that bridges 18 episodes of Disney Plus content that we haven't already gotten in the Netflix shows? That's one. 2, we ain't even got. This is such like we have no litmus test for this. Every MCU show outside of WandaVision has been 6 episodes. WandaVision has been the best because she had more episodes to me. Now we got to this point, I talk shit about WandaVision.
You did.
But that shit is better than what the other shits was.
And you didn't even like the first 2 episodes.
I didn't. But
So technically,
we
she got
9,
7.
But still, that's one
That's
more
still
than
more,
everybody.
yeah.
But she had 9 episodes where everybody else had 6. Now he's getting 18. That's crazy.
And then on top of that, are we bringing back the same writers from the Netflix joints?
Or is everybody reprising their roles? I know Kingpin's coming back.
Yes,
for sure.
Kingpin is back. Charlie Cox is back. I don't think anybody else has been confirmed
Foggy
yet.
not coming back.
He needs to.
Foggy, my God.
Our girl Jessica Jones is supposed to reprise her role in one of these shows. I think Luke Cage is as well, if I'm not mistaken. But Foggy definitely needs to come back. We can take or leave Karen. What's the old girl name? That's her actual name. I'm not calling her Karen.
The love interest.
Yeah, that's the character's name. I'm not calling her Karen. But we could give or take her. That doesn't matter to me.
I agree with you on that one.
So yeah, man, that Daredevil and he's supposed to pop up in She-Hulk.
Oh.
Damn,
Do I give it away? Like damn.
yes,
I'm like, oh.
That's so funny. And see, did you watch the new trailer for She-Hulk? No. Okay. Well, they dropped a new trailer, and apparently this show is supposed to be a comedy.
It looks comical. Like shit. It looks exactly what that is. Like what you said.
Sorry. That's hilarious.
I have listen. You thought I ain't have enough of Ms. Marvel.
We're not even gonna think about
man.
Nope. I'll come here and let you know.
Man, you can
because you know I'm watching it. I'm excited.
Let me know because I look that. Ooh, that looks horrible. Like I mean, not horrible, but it just.
And
for some odd reason that does nothing for me. Even the trailer didn't even get me excited.
That's
I was like, hey, yo,
funny. But see, and this leads into the next question I was going to ask you, just about the MCU as a whole, right?
Okay.
I ran into a post saying like the first 3 phases of the MCU total might have been like 60 hours or some shit. The first 3 phases all together. Mm-hmm. Phase 4 by itself is damn near 60 hours of content when you factor in the movies and all the TV shows. So what I wanted to ask is, are we getting to the point now where we're going to start skipping some of these shows and movies?
Look,
shows, I can see that happening. But do you think it's going to get to the point where you start skipping movies as well?
it was getting to the point where we were starting to skip movies before.
Was it?
I think so. Because, like, let's say me and you would watch them. Mm-hmm. But, like, say if somebody just wanted to tap into the, like, a big Avengers film, right? Like, say they wanted to go watch Infinity War. What films would you tell them? Not asking you to answer this right now, but you would tell them, what, 3 to 4 films, right? You ain't gotta watch. You don't have to watch all these shits to catch that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta watch. You really don't.
So, okay, for the casual fan,
That's what I'm saying. For the casual
we
fan,
got it.
You look, watch 4 to 6 of these 22 films to catch what happened in the last 2.
But I'm asking you, like, specifically for individuals like us that have been invested in these shits up until today, which was Ms. Marvel, and you didn't even finish Ms. Marvel, right? So, do you feel like you're in the territory now where, hey, I might skip a few of these shits?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Listen, bro, like, nothing about She-Hulk is going to make me watch it. Nothing. Like, you going to have to tell me, it's like, hey, yo, bro, She-Hulk, like, she really, is really up. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go watch it. But, like, right now,
and
like,
then come slander me, we don't like it.
Man,
but
presently constituted, like, no. Wow. Like, I'm thinking we getting there. Like, did I have to see Eternals? No.
Nah,
did I really have to see? Well, I know this is prematurely saying this, but did I have to see any Phase 4 film?
See,
I know it's hard to say.
That's a valid question. Now,
did I have to see Shang-Chi?
I was about to say
because Shang-Chi was like, even though it was great to watch, great martial arts film, right? Very formulaic of an origin film.
Okay,
very formulaic. So did I have to go see it? No.
And actually, the one movie out of the first 3 phases, I would say you didn't have to go see Captain Marvel. You definitely have to see Captain Marvel.
Have to see that.
I'm actually mad I went to see that.
Matter of fact, I didn't go see it in the film. I didn't see that shit till later. I saw her pull up in the film. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'll watch this shit later.
Definitely not.
But it's getting to that point, right? This is certain stuff is just gonna be for the diehard fan. I don't think everybody's gonna watch all this. Why would you watch Agatha? Why would you watch that?
I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm definitely skipping that.
I'm just saying, why would you watch that? Not you, but just why would you watch that?
Nah, I'm cool.
I don't even know what Echo is. Why would I watch that? Honestly, Ironheart, like, that's dope, but why do I need to watch her?
Damn,
I know.
Echo is the young lady that was deaf from Hawkeye. I know. Look. I knew Ralph was going to malfunction when I said that. I hope y'all see his face. I knew it. Okay. I knew it.
Right. All right.
But also with Echo, Kingpin, and I also think Daredevil was supposed to be in there as well.
See, now that's the other thing. They making these shows where it's dependent on other characters to come in. I hate that. I hate that. Like, Ironheart, she already getting her grand entrance in Wakanda Forever.
Yep.
Does she really need a show? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Listen, you know what? Ain't on here that I am group bullshit.
So it's not, but I think those are just like shorts. That's not like an actual show. I think those are like 10-minute joints.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
it's animated.
That changes all the slander.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I bet.
I am Groot.
I
bet.
Right. For Christmas, what is that? I'm trying to figure out how does it work.
I am Groot. That's all right. We back. That is fucking hilarious.
And this is the thing. MCU is doing a lot of nasty work pimping us like this. I'm just saying.
Hey, man.
Listen, like, I've stood by. They're getting all these characters, side characters. Well, I said the best and worst thing was proving that Iron Man can carry a film by himself. When he was never that guy in the comic.
Man, what?
Thor was never them dude, never that guy.
Never, but shit, we got 4 Thor movies. Oh my God, this is crazy. It's just interesting to see, and the most baffling thing to me because at some point I feel like the whole MCU as a whole has to end. And I feel like with Secret Wars, you can like really like you could peacefully do that, but they've already announced there's a Phase 7.
Well, this is my point and my problem with Marvel, right? I think that they spent so much time investing in wanting the X-Men and Fantastic Four and those new Fox properties to come over that they just started kind of not putting the TLC in this other stuff,
Right.
because they're looking down the road for X-Men and Fantastic Four like we ain't seen them shits already. So it's like you kind of playing us with this stuff, and then when X-Men and Fantastic Four comes, you want us to have this new sense of revival for these characters. And like, look, if they don't get Wolverine right, it's already bad.
Yeah.
Not to say that it should be centered around Wolverine, but that's just what we've been used to for 20 years.
And they did confirm that this Fantastic Four is not an origin story.
Okay,
So
that's fine too, but still.
you still gotta do right by it.
But I think they've been looking forward to those two big properties to expand out the MCU even further, and we're not getting those films obviously until Phase 6 or 7. So
Yeah. Yeah. Hey man, before Phase 4 started, we talked about MCU fatigue.
yeah,
It's setting in now.
just looking at this, like usually the phase map would get us all giddy, right?
Take out the TV shows, we'd be excited as fuck for that.
Yeah.
And we didn't even talk about Secret Invasion. I'm actually looking forward to Secret Invasion. That
sound dope. I'm not gonna hold you because I know the Creed and all the face
Yeah,
changes.
exactly.
And shit. That's cool, but
that's the fatigue, right? That's the fatigue. Oh my god!
I got nothing. Well, clearly,
right. That's
OS Gang family and kinfolk. We have made it to the end of our docket. We appreciate you guys. We rock with you guys. Johnny, what you got for them?
If you're on YouTube, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. Hit the comment section. Let us know what you think about any of the topics we discussed today.
Yes, sir.
We'll check y'all out next week.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, you know what time it is, baby. WKOS.
OS song of the week.
We here. OS song of the week. You want to take it first?
You got it.
All right, cool. So I've been listening to a lot of different.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.